Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 27th of March. Here we go. When buying foods for Pesach, you sometimes will run up against a food that you figure, oh, for sure, I don't need to go get kosher Pesach that because I'm just buying a simple something. So some examples of what to watch out for. First of all, let's say you're buying dried fruits, okay, dried apricots or whatever. So you might think, oh, come on, I looked at the ingredients on the bag and all it says is dried apricots, 100%. Oh, and they use some other sulfur dioxide, whatever it is that they use. I don't know all the names of the chemicals, but it seems like it's just dried fruits with some chemicals sprinkled on it, so I'm totally fine, right? Well, the answer is no, no. Those kinds of things do need a kosher Pesach symbol, a kosher for Pesach symbol, and the reason for that is because sometimes the additives that they put into that are derived from chametz type foods, and therefore you're just never going to know. Even by reading the ingredients, you might think that you're just looking at a chemical, or what was in that process you might not even realize has some things that don't even have to be on the label because they're just in the background processing of that thing. Bottom line, dried fruits need to have a kosher for Pesach symbol on them. Same thing with canned vegetables. You might think, hello, I'm looking at the can, it's just canned green beans. Nothing else is in the can, so I'm fine. But the thing is that too needs a kosher for Pesach symbol, and that's because sometimes the company that's canning is canning a lot of other things on that same run or line, and you can't know that the equipment is perfectly clear of other ingredients that were done right before the green beans were put in those cans. Maybe something else with other ingredients that are kitnios or chametz could have been on the machinery, and therefore canned vegetables also need a kosher for Pesach symbol. Frozen vegetables, same kind of idea. Although it says the only thing that's in that bag is frozen green beans, but the thing is that you know that sometimes they have certain companies will have frozen vegetables and have a little bit of pasta in the blend. Now it's not in your blend, but it's on the machines. And who's checking that none of that got into your bag? And that's chametz. And chametz we don't even want to eat a tiny amount on Pesach. And therefore frozen vegetables also need a kosher for Pesach symbol. Here's a small piece of good news, and that is that in the store, when you're buying fresh fruit, like apples, oranges, whatever, those kinds of things, yes, they are clear. They don't need a kosher for Pesach certification, and you can just buy apples from any fresh fruit stand, and you're fine with that. By the way, there was a concern. I checked this out on the Star K website, and they said that sometimes they put a little bit of polish on the outside of a fruit to help it stay extra fresh while it's sitting and waiting. And sometimes there's some soy ingredients in the polish, and that soy ingredient could be kitnios, but not to worry, because that kitnios would be buttal, it would be nullified in the small amount of it that's inside of the wax that's on the fruit would be considered null and void, and you don't have to worry about that. So you're still good buying fresh fruit in the store for Pesach. You know, there are people out there with a custom to peel everything that they buy for Pesach. They buy fresh apples, they peel them just to get rid of the outside and what it could have touched, but you don't have to do that. That's just a stringent custom that does exist out there. For those people who have that custom in their family, stick with it. For those people who don't, you don't have to do that. I'm just letting you know that such a thing exists out there. Thanks for logging on. Log on again for more tomorrow. Bye-bye.